Imagine being so rich that when you visited a foreign country, you accidentally changed its entire economy. Imagine owning so much gold that even today's billionaires would struggle to match your wealth. Now imagine that most people have never heard of you. His name was Mansa Musa. Some historians believe he was the richest person who ever lived. Not Jeff Bezos, not Rockefeller, not even the kings of Europe. A ruler from medieval Africa, whose wealth became legendary across the world. But how rich was he really? And how did one man build one of the most powerful empires in history? This is the story of Mansa Musa, the richest man who ever lived. When people think about the richest individuals in history, their minds usually go to modern billionaires. Names like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, or Bill Gates. But what if the richest person who ever lived didn't live in America? What if he didn't live in Europe? What if he lived more than 700 years ago in the heart of Africa? To understand the story of Mansa Musa, we must first travel back to a world very different from our own. The year is 1300. Europe is still developing. Powerful kingdoms compete for influence. Trade connects distant lands, and knowledge travels slowly across continents. Yet far to the south of the Mediterranean, a remarkable empire is rising. Its name is Mali, and soon it will become one of the richest empires the world has ever seen. Stretching across vast areas of West Africa, Mali controlled important trade routes that connected distant civilizations. Merchants crossed scorching deserts. Caravans carried valuable goods. Cities grew wealthy. Markets thrived. At the center of it all stood a ruler whose wealth would become legendary. His name was Mansa Musa, and his story was only beginning. But where did all this wealth come from? The answer can be summed up in one word: gold. Not a little gold, not a few mines, an astonishing amount of gold. During the 14th century, gold was among the most valuable resources on Earth. Kings wanted it, merchants traded for it, empires fought over it, and much of it came from lands controlled by Mali. Some historians estimate that Mali controlled a significant share of the known world's gold production. Imagine that, one empire controlling one of the most desired resources on the planet. Gold flowed through markets, across deserts, across continents, and every trade route strengthened the power of Mali. The empire became a crossroads of commerce, a place where wealth, culture, and knowledge met. And soon, one man would inherit that unimaginable fortune. Mansa Musa did not become famous overnight. Before the legends, before the maps, before the stories of endless gold, he was simply a ruler inheriting one of Africa's most powerful empires. Historical records suggest Musa became emperor around 1312. From the beginning, he focused on strengthening his kingdom. Trade expanded, cities prospered. The empire grew stronger. Under Musa's leadership, Mali reached extraordinary heights. But despite all of this success, the event that would make him immortal had not yet happened. A journey was coming, a journey that would change history forever. The year was 1324. Mansa Musa prepared for the Hajj, the sacred pilgrimage to Mecca. For many Muslims, this was a deeply spiritual journey. But for Mansa Musa, it would become something far greater. Historical accounts describe an enormous caravan, thousands of people, soldiers, servants, officials, scholars, and camels carrying gold. A lot of gold. So much gold that witnesses struggled to describe it. As the caravan crossed deserts and entered major cities, people stared in disbelief. Many had never seen such wealth. Others thought the stories must be exaggerated. They were wrong. Everywhere Musa traveled, his reputation grew. He gave gifts, supported communities, donated gold, rewarded officials. And then he reached Egypt. What happened there would become one of the most famous economic stories in history. Musa distributed so much gold that its value reportedly fell. Prices changed, markets reacted, merchants noticed. One man's generosity had become powerful enough to influence an economy. The world had never seen anything quite like it. Did Mansa Musa really crash Egypt's economy? The answer is complicated. Historians continue to debate the exact scale of the impact. But many historical accounts agree on one thing. Musa introduced enormous quantities of gold into local markets. And when supply increases dramatically, value often falls. This is basic economics. Whether the effects lasted years or decades remains debated. But the event became legendary. A ruler so wealthy that his spending became part of history itself. So how rich was Mansa Musa? The truth is, nobody knows exactly. Modern estimates often suggest wealth equivalent to hundreds of billions of dollars. But comparing medieval rulers to modern billionaires is extremely difficult. Unlike today's wealthy individuals, Musa controlled an empire. Gold mines, trade routes, cities, agriculture, resources. His power extended far beyond money, which is why many historians still consider him one of the wealthiest people in human history. More than 7 centuries have passed since the reign of Mansa Musa. Empires have risen, empires have fallen. Yet his story remains. Not because of gold alone, not because of power alone, but because his life reminds us that greatness can emerge from places many people overlook. His empire challenged assumptions. His wealth became legend. His journey changed history. And even today, the name Mansa Musa continues to fascinate the world. The richest man who ever lived. A king, a legend, and a story that history will never forget.